Can you imagine growing up as a child and not celebrating holidays, such as Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, or even birthdays? I can. And because I was one of those kids and did not celebrate holidays, we were never invited to family events or get togethers. Although I was not deprived as a child and I was very loved, I missed out on family traditions and what those family traditions represent. As you can imagine, because we had those no traditions of our own, we also had no sense of closeness with any of the family. As an adult, though, and I have a family of my own, I've made traditions a priority. And because of that, our family dynamics are much, much different than when I was a child. I think family traditions are an important aspect of building a very strong family unit, whether you celebrate holidays or not. Family traditions should be carried out to continue family legacies, new and old. After the passing of my grandfather, I realized there was a lot of unknowns in my family. Despite living right next door to him, we were not very close. He was an avid outdoorsman, but he was also very cranky, and I tended to keep my distance. Looking back, though, had we had some sort of traditions, we could have had three things. First, a family bond and closeness. Second, a better sense of who we are and where we come from. And we could also have lasting memories. Family togetherness is part of traditions that help create a bond between younger and older generations. The bond automatically carries out family traditions and customs and keeps those memories alive for those future generations to look back on. These bonding moments created by family togetherness was something that I never had with my grandfather. And as a consequence, I also never learned about my heritage or much about my grandfather in his earlier days. Maybe if I had some of those bonding moments with my grandfather, I might have understood better why he was always so cranky. Furthermore, family traditions give personal growth to individuals and families. Knowing where you come from culturally will help guide you and help find your own and create your own self-identity. As I mentioned earlier, my grandfather was an avid outdoorsman, and even though I have very little memories enjoying those activities with him, it was the one thing I'm certain I knew of him and about him. After his passing, his love for the outdoors very soon became my passion. And it became very important to me to carry out his memory doing the same thing that he loved. And it helps me feel closer to my grandfather, making up for what I lost when I was a child. That passion has also helped shape me into who I am today, and also how I have raised my family. And today, being outdoors and enjoying outdoor activities has become our whole family, a favorite family tradition that we all enjoy and love. In addition, it is no secret that our society, we are extremely busy. That means that we eat fewer meals together as a family, and that can be problematic. Studies have shown that families stated that almost half of parents say that they eat fewer meals together as a family versus from when they grew up. This means that we're missing out on important bonding opportunities with our families. My daughter Sydney, who is 12, actually had a friend over here not too long ago for a sleepover. And when it came time for dinner, she very nicely explained to her friend that when we eat dinner, we sit down as a family and eat together. That was a proud mommy moment for me because it made me realize that not only is it important for me for us to sit down as a family together every night, but it's also important to my daughter, and she felt compelled to explain that to her friend. So we all sat down and we had a wonderful dinner together. It was very nice. Now, family dinners may not seem like a tradition, but they really are. Family traditions create memories to look back on. It's a time surrounded by love and happiness. Those memories are what you hold on to personally and continue those traditions for many years to come. Just a couple of years ago, we took a trip to Yellowstone. It was a road trip. We took our old 1986 fifth wheel, nothing fancy, and we roughed it in Yellowstone for a week. It was the best time of our life. Nothing fancy, nothing spectacular. There was no carnival rides, there was no roller coasters, there was no SeaWorld. But what we got to see and create was memories, and we got to enjoy beautiful scenery, each other, and just being together. It was the best time, and we're still talking about those memories 2 years later, and I hope that we continue to talk about those memories even further down the road. So as you can see, family traditions bring an array of positives that bring family togetherness, personal growth, and lasting memories, whether you celebrate holidays or not. Traditions lead to better family relationships, healthier kids, and stress relief. Now, I encourage every family to carry out old traditions. I also challenge families to create new traditions and make them a priority. And in conclusion, I'm going to leave you with a quote that's very fitting. It's an unknown quote, but it still brings together everything that we talked about today. The most treasured heirlooms are the sweet memories of our family that we pass down to our children. Thank you.